come around to say hello. One-on-one, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you, it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
Sushant Sareen, the CSIS report, is this a step forward? Because last year's report had no mention of the word Khalistani itself. The statements that have gone on ad nauseum about who called the ceasefire, Papa Trump called it, or we called it. Congress has been going on and on and on about it, despite so many statements by India. What is it that the opposition is trying to prove? Are they trying to prove that they believe Pakistan or Canada or Iran or Turkey more than they believe their own country, their own official?
I think they're just being disingenuous, and I think they are, as the Hindi phrase goes, कि कुछ भी होगा तो उसमें से कीड़े निकालने की कोशिश करेंगे, वो हो या ना हो. But I think, Navika, there is, on the Canada issue, I think this report, one, reflects reality. And in fact, if Mr. Mishra had read the report carefully, he would realize that the report says that, look, the Khalistanis, there is a bunch among the Khalistanis. One, they divide them in two categories. One are, just the guy who are expending a lot of hot air. And then there is the other element among the Khalistanis who are involved in all kinds of nefarious activity, including terrorism, planning attacks against India, and all kinds of other things. And the report also says that some amount of this political interference, which they're accusing India of, is a direct function of what these Khalistanis are trying to do. And that is why they call it a national security threat for Canada. Now, even in 2018, if I'm mistaken not, the CSIS had come out with a report in which they had pointed out to Khalistani activities inside Canada. But then, because of the Khalistani pressure, they had to excise those elements or those parts of the report from the main report which was published. This time around, we have seen that there is now a mature adult in the room in Canada, in Mr. Carney. India and Canada can have problems like many other countries, even friendly countries have problems with each other. But the way to handle those issues and some very sensitive issues between countries is not by the kind of puerile behavior that Trudeau displayed. I think if there is a problem, both countries have mature leaderships, they can talk to each other, which is exactly what has started happening. And what happened during Mr. Modi's visit to the G7 summit did not start from that. It has been a work in progress over a few months now, where at the level of officials, at the level of the security agencies, there is a dialogue going on, there is a lot of cooperation taking place, and a serious effort is underway to put this relationship back on the rails, simply because, Navika, and this is important, Canada is not a hostile country, okay? It is a friendly country. There are things happening in Canada which are extremely harmful to India, and we are now apprising them. We have apprised them in the past, but now they're sensitive to our concerns. And both countries have a lot of strategic and economic interests with each other. So just because of a few of these Khalistani scum who are involved in narcotics trafficking, who are involved in gun running, who are involved in transnational crimes, who are involved in immigration rackets. Incidentally, Navika, many of those activities are also impacting on Canada's relationship with the United States. In fact, the tariff that started being imposed by the US on Canada is in part because of the kind of narcotic smuggling being done by these Khalistani scumbags and thugs from Canada into the United States. And you have already seen a lot of activity inside Canada against these criminal gangs who, along with the Pakistanis, have been involved in terrorist acts inside India. So I think that is a plus for India. Now, if the Congress party still wants to crib about it, I can't stop them. It's their right. It's a free country.
Which is the problem.